Okay, before we move on, I just did a quick render. This is actually from Keyshot. I took the model itself into Keyshot and just used one of the skin shaders in there. Skin shaders got built in SSS, so subsurface scatter material in there, and it's created this. I've actually put an overlay on the top just to have a look at. I've also put some of the veins that are going to go in just on a Photoshop layer. So you don't have to worry about this. It's just I like to do little renders as I'm going, just to check the way it's forming. It all looks quite good, but there are certain areas that I'm going to do some extra work on, particularly with this, because I'm going to show you now in this sort of reference section, there's certain parts that could do with a little bit of changing. One is this arm area. Now I really want to highlight this this subsurface scatter, the way that light will go through the skin and pop out the other side, and some of it will get trapped inside the skin. And I really want to get this sort of depth of sort of this embryo look where the skin's just forming over the bone. So within the model itself, I'm going to do another subtool based on the embryo tool that we've been creating, and I'm actually going to sort of thin it down and turn it into kind of like bone segments. And when I do the final render, I'm going to kind of have this transparent slightly with the bone structure showing through, so it's very sort of translucent. I've not sort of seen that done, so that's why I'm trying to do that. But also, like this area here, where we got the kind of elbow area, which is sort of here, I'm going to form a piece of skin across here, and probably in a few other areas, especially when I stretch this arm up. There's going to be this big piece of material going across here. It's going to turn it to like a more head on here, and you'll see the light coming through that material, which I think will look quite good. I'm also going to do some very bands of ultra high detail in here to form sort of skin sort of ripples, as it were, sort of going through it. And I'm not going to put too much. Well, there's going to be some pores in there, but very little. It's mainly the skin is just forming, so these things haven't developed. But there's going to be a few sort of like little hairs sticking out, little bits of hair sticking out here, so it should look a lot more horrid than this, which is like a little clean kind of thing. So I just wanted to show, obviously the eye is going to go in there as well, so yeah, and the eye is going to be sort of like it's going to have kind of like a cataract over the top, so it hasn't yet formed, so that will make it look a little bit more gory. I also might take this tail and move it down a little bit more, thin it up a little bit more, and maybe have a few bits of skin sort of draping across here. Maybe the neck I'll push in here so it does that, and then I'll have another one of those folds of skin going down there, and around here I'm going to have a sort of a thinner piece, and of course we've got the teeth going to go in there as well, so and probably upwards teeth as well. I was going to put the fingernails on here. They'll show a bit of the light coming through, and here and here. And I might do a sort of dew claw here, which dogs have got, coming off the side, just to make it look a little bit more menacing. And of course the skeletal area that I put in, these bones are going to be quite clear down here for the spine itself. So it'll all underlay underneath, but I just wanted to show you this here so you can sort of see how we're going to sort of move forwards with this. Now I'm also just going to show you what I'm kind of basing a lot of this on, which is kind of like a mole rat. At the moment we've got sort of a squirrel rat type, frog type hybrid sort of thing going on, but I want to show you what I had in my mind when I first started this sculpt. Now I didn't use any reference, so I wasn't really looking at anatomy at all, or the way that the actual creature that I'm going to use, which is a mole rat, looked. I wanted to, although I had an idea, I wanted to just have the freedom to be able to sculpt whatever I wanted, and without using any reference. And then once I got the shape formed that I'm happy with, then look at the reference afterwards and see how it compares, how it shapes up, and pull in the best details from the mole rat into the model itself. And using that as a cross-reference. So now we're going to have a look at the reference materials for the mole rat. Okay, so let's have a look at this reference now. Here it is. Here's our embryo type thing. And here's our mole rat. So pretty hideous. It's got these lines in it. Obviously mine is an embryo. It's very young, so it's not going to be so ragged as this. This is kind of showing how the sort of nervous system is starting to develop inside this this embryo here. And this is our mole rat. Look, very hideous. But so these little funny things coming out the side. Beautiful. Little ears. So these are amazing, these little creatures. They live for ages, and they also are amazingly strong. It's like they can get acid on them and they can heal themselves. They don't feel pain very much. And they're also sort of being developed as maybe a cure for cancer, because these little creatures don't seem to get cancer, however old they get. So yeah, very interesting little creatures. And look at this skin. This is what I'm looking at. This folds of skin. It's really cool. I love it. I love the way this sort of goes up here. It's almost like dry, but mine's gonna be glistening. It's gonna have a little bit of sort of glisten on it, just to make it look better. And the eye, I'm looking at fish's eyes, but I won't probably use this. These eyes are very small in here. My eyes are quite big on my model, so I might reduce those down. I don't know yet. Anyway, that's my reference. So this is what I'm kind of working to. I love this. I love these little hairs coming out as well. Very cool. So I'll be using this. I've got this on another monitor, so I'll be jumping back and forwards there. Got that picture on there. It's nice. Right, but that's what we're working to. So let's carry on now. So now you know a little bit more about this sort of creature that we're trying to create. Well, not exactly, we're just trying to give it this kind of look. It almost looks like a comedy creature, really, doesn't it? But yeah, anyway, let's carry on and develop it further.